Hello and welcome to a Vintage Masters draft. I'm just going to be doing one before Vintage Cube, so get ready. Also, I normally post videos on Tuesdays. I'm not going to post a video on Tuesday this week because I'm going to start posting Vintage Cube draft videos on Wednesday, and I'm going to be posting every single day. So you can wait 2 days, and then we're just going to get tons of Vintage Cube. So this will just kind of bridge the gap. And this format's really fun. There's like a lot of cool things you can do, like some combo cards. Things like that. We got Control Magic as our rare, a great card. Aether Mutation, probably one of my favorite cards like growing up. Because like I played what was it, for like Xbox, they had like a Magic video game and Aether Mutation was in that. I won a lot of games. We can go Goblins, take like a Ringleader, and then Temporal Fissure. I guess Storm is in this. Control Magic seems busted. I kind of want to just take that. I mean, this also seems busted, but we're just gonna take the busted card, especially in limited. Like, I don't think I've ever been able to play with a Control Magic type effect in limited. It just seems hard to beat. All right, in this pack we have Council's Judgment, which is a great card, but it's hard to cast. Double white is kind of limiting. Sidar Jabari, Nerve Attacks, that's a great card, and it has flanking too. Battle Screech is just busted. Counterspell is very good. Might be what I'm taking. It's a little bit worse than limited because like the overall power level is lower. So like casting Counterspell on like a Sidar Jabari, not as good a value as countering something else. Hulking Goblin. There's some good art in this set. That's what I'm saying. I think I want to take Counterspell. Just stay blue, cut heavy blue. Waterfront Bouncer is also a good thing to mention, and Battle Screech is pretty busted, but I think, I don't know, we're already starting in pretty heavy blue, and I like it. If I'm gonna do one draft, I might as well do the fun cards, right? Grasslands. Oh yeah, these are the bad fetch lands. I kind of wish Pauper had these. They enter tapped, and then you can fetch Forest or Plains. Get cards back. Yavimaya Elder is the green Ancestral Recall. Killer Whale is good. It is a 5-mana 3/5 flyer, effectively. I don't think it's good enough for me to take over some of these really good green cards. I'm kind of interested in Yavimaya Elder. Night Stalker is also good. And this card's actually pretty good too. Oh, we could also take Nature's Lore, but I guess Elder's probably better than Nature's Lore. Just go like straight up blue-green control. I'm gonna take this. And, you know, Killer Whale's good, but it's kind of replaceable, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I've ever drafted this format before, but I've seen people draft it. And then we get past a Dark Ritual. And a Taiga, which I don't think is worth that much, but it does exist, so that's something. Thopter Squadron. So it's a 5-mana 3/3. Oh, you can only do stuff at sorcery speed? That's way worse. I mean, it is a 5-mana 3/3 flyer that's colorless, which is like nothing to scoff at, but the rest of the effects are not great. There is a Dark Ritual and a Frantic Search. I could take Frantic Search. I think there is madness in this format, and I think Frantic Search is better than Aqua Amoeba, especially with madness cards, especially because it also gives us outs to go Storm, which I'm not saying I'm forcing. We could take Taiga. I think it's worth like 1 tick or something. And then Elephant God is the other option, but let's be real, I'm not going to be attacking here. I'm going to take Frantic Search. Seems like the most fun card. Ooh. Okay. Mana War is very good. Giant Mantis. 2/4 reach. Not bad. Sarcomancy is a 1-mana 2/2 that if they kill it starts doing damage to you. I like the design of this card. It's kind of interesting. Scrivener. Return an instant. So if you have Scrivener plus like, I think Grape Shot is in this format, I'm pretty sure. That's like a pretty sweet combo. Scrivener can get back Counterspell. I don't know how many Frantic Searches is too many. Also, that's a late Kindle. Maybe I move into red. That's like a very late Kindle, but Mana War is also just good, so I think I'm going to take that. I think. I don't know. I could see taking Kindle, because there was a Kindle in the pack we opened. But blue also seems pretty out there and open. Lonely Sandbar is a great card, but Basking Root Wall kind of fits what we want to do. Okay, so there is madness in this format. I thought there was, but I had to make sure. So that's really good with Frantic Search. If we can get more discard outlets, I'll definitely be playing this. Lonely Sandbar is probably the next consideration. And Arm of Thorns is kind of nice. You can use it as a combat trick or just an enchantment. I'm gonna take the Root Walla though. I wanna try this madness situation. It also seems open. Because Root Walla is one of like the higher value madness cards, I'm pretty sure. So getting it that late I think is nice. Ooh, okay. There's another Dark Ritual, 2 Elvish Aberrations, and a Thelico's Drifters. Look at that face, man. That is something else. I think I take this. I like Ophidian, and the Aberrations are okay, but this is like a pretty nice Madness enabler. And hitting for 3 a turn is nothing to scoff at. Plus, like, you play this, you discard a Root Wallet to give this effectively unblockable. That seems kind of nice. Okay, what do we got? Jungle Worm is a 5 mana 5/5 who cannot be multi-blocked very well. Well, he basically dies to being multi-blocked. Chimeric Idol is a 3 mana 3/3 that requires you to tap all of your lands. But it's hard to kill, so that's something. And then Wall of Diffusion. Oh, that can block our Thelico's Drifters. I think I want to take Jungle Worm. Chimeric Idol is pretty nice. You know what, I'm going to take that. Because there were some other Jungle Worms in the other packs. So I think that makes sense. Aquamoeba is another Madness enabler. Brindleshield's okay. Or we can take like a Tranquil Thicket. It is just a 2 mana 1/3 right now. I mean, that does hit pretty hard. Alright, we'll go for all the enablers. Let's see what we can do here. I like Owl Familiar too. Jungle Worm just seems real weak to me. That is a very late Sidar Jabari, whatever that card's name is. And white seems open, but Owl Familiar is also quite good. Now I can get a Brindleshote maybe? I don't think I need a Nature's Lore. Oh wow, okay. Green is also quite open. That's nice. I mean, these are like not the best green cards. What's better, Armor of Thorns or Jungle Worm? Probably a Jungle Worm. Yeah, I think they're both quite... Wow, Scrivener Wield. Okay. So as far as instants go, we have Counterspell and Frantic Search. I'm going to take that over Giant Mantis, though. Ooh, Ivory Tower. I used to play this in EDH. My commander was Kami of the Crescent Moon. And I played the cards that, like, gave you, like, infinite cards in hand. So you just get, like, a 50-card hand. Gained quite a bit of life. Sea Drake is a 3 mana 4/3 flying that for some reason it targets lands, which is interesting. Okay. Grisly Fate is one of the strongest cards I've ever seen. Tendrils is in this format. I regret everything. I should have just forced it. And Karavek's Torch is good too. Croson Tusker I like, but it's common, so that's more likely for us to find. I kind of want to take Grisly Fate over the Sea Drake because our deck is going to be able to hit Threshold pretty easily. And like making that many bear tokens can just completely win the game. Whereas this is like, I guess this gives us more fodder to discard, right? It's like Gush. I actually don't know what's better here. I've never played with Sea Drake, but I've played with Grisly Fate, and I've basically never lost a single game I cast it, so I'm gonna take the Grisly Fate. Ooh, Selvala. Okay, that's interesting. The card, even in foil, is worth basically nothing. I could take an Aether Mutation. I kind of want to do that. Bounce a creature, make a bunch of 1/1s. Ooh, Blastoderm too. Oh, that's hard. Both of these are really good. Croson Tusker, Mana War, like we could just bounce things forever. I think I want to take the mutation. Just having one is great. Kind of awkward with Scrivener because it's only instants. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that. Yeah, I think I like that. Maybe we can wheel a Blastoderm, but probably not. Ooh, I like this card. Not going to be playing it, but it's pretty sweet. Target player loses 6 life. Then when it leaves, they gain 6. So you can just play it and kill them right away. But there is some risk to it. Suchi is another sweet card. 4 mana 4/4. When it dies, you gain 4 mana. I like that. Obsessive Search I will like to take, but Arrogant Worm is kind of the enabler we're looking for here. Another? What? Okay. We're going to take Wild Mongrel. Ooh, Astral Slide. I forgot that was in this format. I think I have done this before. I remember Astral Slide being in a limited format. I'm going to take Wild Mongrel. This card is the best Madness enabler and just a great card. Even if you're not going for Madness. Just so hard to kill, so hard to block. Yeah, we're going to take that. Factor Fiction came this late. Holy cow. There's also Neverall's disc, but this is exactly what we want. Penumbra Worm is a bit expensive. Counterspell's good. Wow, this pack is busted. But we need some card advantage, I think. Ooh, Cloudjin Cabal Ritual. So this is a 6 mana 5/4 flyer. I can either take that or Obsessive Search, but most of my Madness enablers, I think I'm going to take this 6 mana 5/4. Obsessive Search is good if you're like looting. So like Frantic Search, discarding an Obsessive Search, effectively draws... Does it draw 2? No, I think it just draws 1. Yeah, like we'll pick these up later, I think, but this card seems real good for limited. 6 mana, 5/4 flying. Like, that's just so big. Arrogant Worm, nice. Wow. Okay, now we're getting all the enablers. So we know it's open. Ooh, Simian Grunts I like, but I think this is what I want. Discard a black card. Okay, so basically this just loots. Discard a card, draw a card. I don't have any black cards, but that can really go off with madness. I like that more than Skywing Aven. Tyrant's Choice is also a really sweet burn card. Effectively what it says is 2 mana, each opponent loses 4 life. And Simian Grunts is okay, but I'm going to take the Looter just for more enablers now that we have double Arrogant Worm. I want some circular logics. Sudden Strength is a nice one. Nobody's going Storm, that's such a shame. I guess I'll take a Repel or Sudden Strength. Maybe I do want this. How many creatures do I have? 13? Like, it's a nice combat trick. It trades for, like, it puts you up a card. Okay, I'll take that. Choking Tethers, Krosan Tusker, Tranquil Thicket. Black is so open, but I'm not going into it. I like the Tusker and I like the Tethers. I also really like the Tranquil Thicket. In fact, maybe that's just what I take. That's hard. I don't really need this. Alright, I'll take the Cycling Land. And so the logic behind that is basically I have enough playables after pack 2 where I'm like not that worried about what's gonna go on. So rather than taking a playable that like I may or may not play, I'm gonna take a land that definitely upgrades my deck. Here we can take Obsessive Search, goes well with all of our madness, although it's not that great to discard to like a Aqua or something like that. You get some marginal value to switch to the toughness without losing a card, I guess. Okay. Do I want Rescind? You can bounce a land, but it's turn 3. I could take another Aqua but it does come down turn 2. That does give us the best, Urborg Uprising. Aqua gives us the best, like, mana curve, I guess. Because we can go Aqua turn 2 into Arrogant Worm turn 3. Probably not playing Chimeric Idol. Last pick. I wonder if, like, just taking all the Tyrant's Choice is a viable strategy. Guess we'll see. What is this? Each player sacrifices a creature. Well, we're not going to be playing that. It's a Fire Blast, which is kind of nice. Oh, wow. So I think I would have taken Waterfront Bouncer higher in the earlier packs if I knew Madness was an archetype in this format, because this is one of the best Madness enablers you can hope for. The other option is taking a Circular Logic, give us some interaction, which is also quite strong. And then the third option is take a Fyndhorn Elves. And Fyndhorn Elves lets us like combo. What is going on? My door's like shaking. I don't know. Girlfriend must be opening the doors or something. I don't know. I think it's between these two just because this is such a bad top deck and our deck is already like pretty quick. So let's go Obsessive Search goes over here. So we can like draw a card or Counterspell. I think I'm going to take this only because it's an uncommon and costs 2. Ooh, Goblin Trenches is one of my favorite cards. I love this card. Just turns all of your lands into goblins. Very hard to beat. I don't think I'm going to do taking a Frantic Search. This card's great. You can just basically kill any creature your opponent has. What is this? It's a 4 mana 4/4 Flying Echo. That's pretty strong actually. I kind of like Owl Familiar. A little bit more than Frantic Search. A little bit more than Aquamoeba, because we already have 2 of those. Maybe I take a Simian Grunt, because it is a 3 mana flash. Let's see, what am I going to be cutting? Drifters. Like, this deck already looks quite nice. Maybe Jungle Worm is not good. I do like the Obsessive Searches now. Brindleshote's kind of weak. I don't actually think there's a place for in my deck for an Owl Familiar, so I'll just take a Simian Grunts, I think. Just because it's so good against, like, other decks. Another Arrogant Worm. Beautiful. Oh, this card's fun. Reveal the top 3 cards, put 1 into your hand, you gain life, and the rest go in your graveyard. Yeah, that card's fun. Solar Blast, I love. We could have had quite a few Kindles, but we're like kind of going off with these Arrogant Worms. Another Thelycos Drifters. Oh, I've never seen this card before. That's kind of sweet. Thelycos Drifters, Skywing Aven. I feel like the Drifters is better because we're going to be beating down like pretty hard. So let's do that. Penumbra Worm, very hard to kill. Ooh, Psychotog. Psychotog is like the single greatest Madness enabler we could ever ask for. Like, this card just kills so quickly. That being said, it requires going in black, which I don't think is really worth it. The other question is, do I really want a sorcerer? So I have double Aqua Amoeba, Waterfront Bouncer, Wild Mongrel, Sorcerer, Frantic Search, double Drifters. I think I have enough Madness Enablers. I'm just going to take another Cycling Land. I guess the other option is Penumbra Worm, but that's 7 mana. And I think we can kill them before we hit 7 mana. Ooh, Beetleback Chief. Okay, I think at this point I'm probably just going to take the Pine Barrens. Because I have more than enough playable, so I actually have to start making cuts. Maybe I cut this. This is a good card. Like, all the cards in my deck are actually really good. But we just gotta do some things. But I'm taking this because maybe, like, I get a bunch of mana fixing and then wheel a Psychotalk. Wow, a Root Walla? That is perfect. This is going pretty... Ooh, wow. Where was this pack my whole life? Symbiotic Worm. When it dies, makes 7 insects. This is like the OG reanimation target, I think. It's like pretty good. Deep Analysis is kind of what I'm looking at, though. Because we have ways to discard this pretty easily. And then we can just flash it back to be up cards. The other option is Lonely Sandbar, probably. But Deep Analysis just seems... Wow, we got Circular Logic back. Building this deck is going to be hard. That is for sure. I probably cut the Cloud Djinn because now our deck is so streamlined that I don't really need to do much. I could actually hate draft Goblin Trenches, or I could take another Aqua Amoeba instead of the Owl Familiar. Because Aqua Amoeba turn 2 lets us Arrogant Worm turn 3, but Owl Familiar lets us like play Basking Root Wall and stuff. Alright, I'm not going to hate draft. Generally, hate drafting is pretty bad, but if you're playing a format that nobody's doing, like Goblin Trenches is one of the stronger cards, at least in my opinion. Take a Rescind, maybe I play it. Do I want Obsessive Searches? That is kind of the question. Because we still have to cut like a decent number of cards, and like everything in our deck is good. I think I can see cutting the Sudden Strength until I know I need it. Sure. I guess I'll do this. In case my opponent's playing an unbeatable enchantment. Sure, in case I need removal. Because our deck doesn't really have that much removal. Well, now we do. Brilliant Halo. Okay. This deck looks sweet. I think I maybe cut... I don't know. This card's so good. Deep Analysis goes here. I almost feel like... God, why does it do that? You guys are 3 drops. At instant speed, nonetheless. All Familiar, triple Aqua Amoeba. I feel like this card's too slow, but it is kind of good for our deck. It's hard to say, because I think we just want to like put down a bunch of Arrogant Worms early, but it's a lot better if you can Arrogant Worm like tap, draw a card. I think that's better than Owl Familiar, because this is repeatable, so we can like Circular Logic at instant speed, things like that. Also lets us like gain a bunch of value off Obsessive Searches. So I think I'm gonna make that cut. I have like too much value going on here. What else do I cut? I honestly like, I kind of want to cut Frantic Search because I have just have like better enablers. But this costs 0 mana. Like, I don't know if I can cut it. I can't. Frantic Search into Arrogant Worm is such a sweet combo. In fact, I think I cut an Aqua Amoeba because of that. And then I almost want to cut one of these Thalicos Drifters just for curve consideration. Because we have double Tranquil Thicket. Does that make sense? We have a lot of double blue, but only a few double green. So I think I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 green should be enough because these don't really cost green mana. These cost 1 green, so Yavimaya Elder is the most expensive. I guess I could see cutting him because he's hard to cast. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Cutting a Yavimaya Elder? Is that crazy? It makes our mana a lot better because now I could do something like this. That lets us cast Counterspell on time. Thalicos Drifters are both double green, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green sources. Or basically Grisly Fate is the hardest to cast, but we don't want to cast Grisly Fate early anyway. And 17 lands is fine because we have a lot of like looting and things like that. Raining Search, Mana War, Drifters, Control Magic. We just have like so much card draw. It might be too much card draw, but I'm into it. I think I'm only going to play 1 Tranquil Thicket. So I know I said it's like a strict upgrade for your deck, but we are trying to curve out. And the odds of us having green mana plus the ability to cycle this is kind of low because we're playing so few green sources. So I think at least one Tranquil Thicket hurts our mana more than it helps us. Again, this is based just on gut feeling. I'm not doing any math here, but I think just playing one seems better to me. And so we have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue, 7 green. I mean, this is kind of like the Dream Madness deck. So we have, these are our payoff cards. This is kind of a payoff card. And these are our enablers. Oh, these are payoffs, right? You know, that seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, I'm gonna run the deck like this. So you guys run one. All right, we are playing against Joker with numbers, and we're gonna go first. Tell opponent good luck, have fun. Okay, well, we have the rare case where we will be cycling the Tranquil Thicket. So I will keep this hand. It seems okay. We got a curve, we got some payoff cards, and we can like beat down pretty well. I think on the draw, maybe this hand could be a mulligan because it's a little bit slow, but I like it, I think. Our opponent took a while, but they played a island, okay? Gonna cycle this bad boy. I only want one green right now, but I don't want that much blue. I definitely don't want that much blue. I really wish I could have cycled an island instead. Like, blue cycling lands in this deck would have been a lot better. I think I saw one, but there was like way better cards in the pack, whereas like when I took these, there was not too much else in the pack that I would have played. They played a land. Perfect. Opponent's playing extraordinarily slow. Look at the time. They've used like 4 minutes just to play 2 lands. It's kind of crazy. Well, we actually have drawn only lands, and we cannot play Mana War because it would just bounce itself, so I'm just gonna hang out for a bit. Then eventually play a Thalico's Drifter, which cannot be killed by Kindle, which is good for us. We'll see what else happens. See you guys in like 5 minutes. Hey, they're casting a spell. Ophidian. Okay, we can bounce that. Yeah, I think I definitely... Well, let's see. So if I play... So, just to put things in perspective, we looted away our only green source because we had tons of lands. Then we drew only islands, and then we drew our only double green spell. Seems about right. Anyway, if I play Thalico's Drifters, and I think it's better to play Mana War. That puts them back on mana, and it gives us like 2 backup blockers. If I just play a Thalico's Drifters, and then they like bounce it or something and then get in for damage, we're in a pretty bad spot. Whereas Mana War can block the 1/3. And if we just stop them from drawing cards, I think we're in a good spot. Su-Chi, okay. That is a big thing. 4 mana 4/4 is just a good card. Okay, Frantic Search. I don't think I really want to cast that. I'm trying to think what I could hit. There's like a couple things I could hit, like an Arrogant Worm, but I'd rather cast this when I have Arrogant Worm in hand. Let's just get down to Drifters. And I think, let's see, I have 2 5 mana plays, but I really just want green sources, so I kind of want to keep these islands in hand for the Frantic Search. Yeah, let's just pass turn. I think I take 4 off of the Su-Chi because we can like make bears to block it and things like that. And a double block is pretty risky against an opponent showing red mana. Sedative Ifrit, okay. That's a big clock. Now we're talking. Okay, do I bounce the Ifrit or do I bounce Su-Chi? Bouncing the Ifrit seems like pretty good value here, so let's just do that. Hit for a bunch of damage. Like, Aether Mutation is a broken card, man. And now what do? They play the 3/4 again, take a bunch of damage. And then I could just kill them with Thalico's Drifters? Okay, maybe I regret playing that on the 3/3. What? Come on. Fine. They have to pay the Echo, though. If they have another Su-Chi, that would be so sick. Okay. Okay, not too bad. We can do worse. They do have a 6/6 though. So I can Frantic Search. I think I can Frantic Search into Grisly Fate, right? I have 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we go green like this. Then we Frantic Search using just the blue. Oh no! I think I still want to cast Grisly Fate because 4 2/2s can deal with the Crater Hellion. And then I could just cast Arrogant Worms off of the... Yeah, this is like my only chance at hitting double green. So I'm just going to discard these 2 islands. And then I can go Drifters. Yeah, let's do that. Island, Island. Untap. Now we cast Grisly Fate. Go. So the flashback is a bit expensive, but if we draw lands, then we'll get there. Opponent pays the Echo, then they're tapped out. I guess Aether Mutation is a pretty poor answer to Crater Hellion, specifically because they can just kill stuff again. Sea Drake, okay. This opponent was definitely in our draft, I think. Ophidian, Synergistic. Okay, they have a lot of flyers. So I can go Aquamoeba into Arrogant Worm seems kind of good. So let's do that. And I actually cannot attack with these bears. So maybe playing double Arrogant Worm would have been better. So I think I took Grisly Fate over Sea Drake. So this will be a good measure of how good they match up. Ophidian, yeah. 1-3 is kind of annoying, but it's beatable for sure. Another Ophidian, okay. 2 1-3s is pretty good against all of our bears. Opponent hits us for a lot of damage in the air. Yeah, we gotta attack fast. So discard you. Island. Really gotta see a forest here. I think at this point I can just play the island because if I draw a forest, then I can flashback Grisly Fate. That being said, we're kind of just dead. So we definitely want to swing. Arrogant Worm. And I will have 1 blocker back if I swing like this. They can double block a bear and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, 1, 2, 3. They could just have Kindle and kill me, but I can't play around that. But I think if I keep back 1 bear and 1 Arrogant Worm. Oh, I could put him to 3 and play a Thalicos Drifters. Wait, can I put him to 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can block here and here, and they only take 8. So there's no way I can put them to 3. So I think I attack like this and then see what happens. They probably... Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7... Wait. 6 plus 9. It won't put them to 3, so I think I'm just going to play an Arrogant Worm here, get in for the most damage. Play a land, pass turn. So I have 2 blockers. They're at 5. They're at 4. So they need a burn spell to kill me, or a way to kill both of my creatures. Deep Analysis. So if they Deep Analysis, they don't get an untap. Yeah, okay, we did it. Nice, nice. Okay, and opponent's playing faster, which is good. So they have a lot of flyers. Unfortunately, I did not get the 2/4 reach, which actually wouldn't have helped us that much either. Provoke is kind of good. Cloud Djinn can block some of their stuff. But honestly, I feel like our game plan is just pretty good. Like, we can beat down way faster than them, and Waterfront Bouncer can control the board. So I think I'm just going to keep it as it is. You know, I totally forgot that I had Control Magic. That card is so busted. We're going to keep. I believe I will be cycling Tranquil Thicket. It really depends on what I draw. If I draw a spell... I mean, I only have 1 double green card in the entire deck. Yeah, I'm definitely going to cycle it. Yeah, I only have 1 double green card in the whole deck. Well, I mean this, but we should not be casting this. That's for sure. Owl Familiar. It's not an Ophidian. Turn 2 Ophidian would be problematic. Fortunately, they can't really do that. All right, cycle. Ooh, that's a good one. That's also a good one. Let's play you. Go. Man. It basically turns Arrogant Worm into a 4-mana Manowar with like Madness and Trample. That's so sweet. Ooh, and a Root Walla. So I think I do want a Root Walla. I don't really want to bounce the Familiar though. So let's just pass turn. If I keep this ability up, they actually can't kill him, which is something to point out because like if they target him with a spell, I can just bounce himself. So like they're in kind of a bad situation now, I think. Because any creature they play is just never going to stay on the board. They can't easily kill him. They're not doing anything. Okay, I won't either. Play an island. So now, end of turn, I can do something. I can either flash in an Arrogant Worm, bounce their Owl Familiar, or just cast a Factor Fiction. I kind of want to just wait. If I wait 1 more turn, then I can Factor Fiction while keeping up Waterfront Bouncer protection. But I think that's kind of bad. We're just going to Factor Fiction. Maybe. Opponent's thinking. Okay, they did not do anything. Do I cast this, give them a chance to burn this? That is like my only current madness enabler. I think I do though. If they go Counterspell into Kindle, that would be really bad for me though. But I didn't see either of those last game. So if they just counter this, I don't mind. Okay. So they don't have a kill spell. That's good to know. Ooh, deep analysis. Now what? I could just deep analysis targeting me. Pass turn. And now I have the green. I think I'm probably going to like just bounce whatever they play. If they had a way to kill this, they would, so there's no real like concern. I'm gonna take the 1 and do this end of turn. Cast the Root Wall for a 0. Don't kill him. Yeah, I undervalued this card. I should have taken it from that one pack. I did not remember that there was madness. This card on its own is already like already absurd. But with madness, it's like just straight up unbeatable. It just turns all of your creatures into mana wars with flash. Like, that's pretty good. Okay, nothing. And we draw a counterspell. Nice. So I can play the forest and attack with a root walla. I don't really feel the need to pump it, but let's see. We have 1, 2. So let's say we pump. That takes 2. Then we have 4 mana left, so I can still flash in an Arrogant Worm. All right, I'll pump. If they kindle it, I think I just let it die. Go ahead. Yeah, you got it. Good old 1/1 boy. I don't even think I countered that. I think I just want to like limit their mana. Chain Lightning. Targeting that. So I think I'm just gonna bounce this and cast an Arrogant Worm. That seems quite good. God, this card is amazing. Even if they counter this, like, what do? I want this counterspell to counter the creature they have that does 4 damage to everything. When it tanked for a while and then did nothing. Ooh, Wild Mongrel. Now that is a card. Let's go ahead and attack for 4, starting there. I really want to get a Circular Logic as well. So I can play Deep Analysis. I have 7 mana. I think I can do it all. Deep Analysis here. Then I want to cast Wild Mongrel. Yeah, because Wild Mongrel can survive that 4 damage creature. And it just represents lethal next turn. I still have Counterspell up, and I still have the Waterfront Bouncer activation up. So even in the worst case scenario where they go land, Cinder Hellion, and have Counterspell, I still just have this. And then I like control magic or bounce their thing, and then, yeah, sure. Don't mind that. That makes Cinder Hellion even less likely. I can put a Root Wall into play. Sure. Make it black. Ooh, that's a good one too. All right, let's attack. I got quite a few spells back. Okay, so I can pump here. Prophetic Bolt. 4 damage to the worm. I'm pretty sure I can counter this by just bouncing the worm, but I need to check. I think I can just counter that by bouncing the worm, right? Look at the top 4 cards in your library, put 1 of them in your hand. Yeah, so if I just bounce this, then we're good, but I kind of want to get in for damage, so I could counterspell it. But I think we're just going to discard an Obsessive Search here and return this to hand. That way I still have Counterspell up. And I can still Arrogant Worm when I need to. Yeah, that just fizzles. Nice. Okay, so those die. And we can even play a land that we drew. Go ahead. So now they slam the Hellion. If they have Hellion plus Counterspell, that is a little bit rough, but not the end of the world. Okay, there we go. See you guys next round. Alright, welcome to round 2. We are playing against Fling. And we win the die roll. This deck on the play is just kind of the dirtiest. I actually will keep this. I know we have Grisly Fate, which is kind of awkward, but we got turn 2 Aqua Amoeba into like a Root Walla. I'm telling my opponent good luck, have fun as always. Playing against white, okay. I hope it's not Astral Slide, but even we can beat an Astral Slide. I'm gonna play the forest. Play you. Go. Blue red. So I can cast Root Wall at end of turn. I think I want to do that. Another island. So let's attack. I mean, this is quite a bit of damage if they don't have anything here. Pump. They could kindle now, but I don't think it's worth not pumping because I'm going to tap out next turn for the drifters anyway. Do I activate Aqua Amoeba? I don't think so. I'll just hit for 4, pass turn. Goblin Matron. What goblins you got, opponent? Goblin Goon. Can't attack unless you control more creatures. Okay. I find that unlikely given what's happening here, but you never know. So let's go. Do you even want to play Island? I guess I do. And I will actually attack with the Root Walla. I know it seems kind of bad, but if they do block, I get a free trade, and if they don't, then I can just jam the Drifters. So either way, it's good. And I'm getting more creatures, so their Goblin Goon is worse. Okay, that's kind of sweet. I wonder, maybe they just drafted all the Goblin Matrons? Like Matron into Matron into Matron. It's kind of like a 3-mana Elvish Visionary at that point. Beetlebeck, oh. Okay, that's fair. Don't really want to bounce that. I think I attack first. Yeah, they don't really have any good double block, so let's attack. Because they really want to keep their creature count high so that they can Goblin Goon. Okay, so they're forcing me to pump, which I understand. Whoa, that's pretty good. All right, goodbye Therocos Drifter. And I could play this land, but that makes my Frantic Search much, much worse. That being said, if I Frantic Search and do hit an Arrogant Worm, then I can put my opponent in kind of like a lot of trouble. And I could just discard this Grisly Fate because I'm like very far from hitting Threshold. Okay, I don't hate that. And I'll only Frantic Search if I have to, but we're at the point now where we kind of just discard excess lands. Beetleback Chief, sure. So I can kill a token with the Mana War. Take 1. Putting into play an Arrogant Worm would be really good right now. I'm gonna go for it. Well, discard that and Grisly Fate, I suppose. Sorcerer is nice. I can attack with a Root Walla. They can triple block, or I can just be a little bit patient, play the Sorcerer, hold out. That seems a little bit better. Go. Because they can play Goblin Goon, and I really want to Aether Mutation a Goblin Goon. Then is it like, that's just so backbreaking because it effectively kills the Goon because I'm going to have way more creatures than them. And it bounces it, so even if they do find a way to kill all my creatures, like they can't gain value off of it. Yes. Yes, right? It can't attack or block. Beautiful. This is going to be kind of busted. So I could also Mana War the Goblin Goon, but I feel like this just deals with it kind of more effectively, right? Because I'm going to gain 4 and have 7 creatures. They're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Glorious. No attacks. I think I'm just going to Mana War. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, now Goblin Goon's a problem. Okay, so I can discard the island, which I kind of want to do just to get information. Okay, that's another island. I don't think I want to play it. I think I want to go Mana War on a bird token. Do I attack? If I attack, they can Beetleback Chief a Saproling, but the rest of their blocks are not particularly great. Root Walla can trade for 3 tokens. They're at 13. This is a really interesting game. I mean, I'm taking like a good chunk in the air right now, and Sultari Trooper, so I think attacking is probably better. But if I attack and they don't block, that's still not too bad. Attack you with these. Keep back the Aqua Amoeba to block like all their things. I guess I have Mana War, right? So that's not too bad. So they can like triple block Aqua Amoeba, or they just like regular block. I think being aggressive is my best interest because my opponent is going to be able to attack for a lot of damage very soon. I don't hate this exchange. Do I want to hit for extra with Aqua Amoeba? I can discard a island to hit for 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think it's worth it yet. Okay, we do that. Now I can either counterspell the Goblin Goon. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm just gonna Mana War a bird. And then I can play island. That way if I draw a green source, I can flashback Grisly Fate. Or I can loot away the island. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I want to keep island in hand. Yep, so that's quite a bit of damage, which is why we swung out. Because we need to pressure the opponent. I'm sorry, what? Holy cow. Alright, well, I wish I had Counterspell up. I did not know they had that many busted things. And we drew the forest. Ugh. Okay. This is bad. They have a 6/6, which I believe can currently block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 6/6 can currently block. If I had just gone for the Grisly Fate play, that would have played out really nicely because Goblin Coon wouldn't be able to block, and then it would have lethal on the backswing. Now we're in a weird spot, and I actually have to loot. So I'm going to discard this island. Actually, no, I don't have to loot. Never mind. Let's go forest. I don't have any attacks. I'm going to loot. I want to draw like a castable spell here. Wild Mongrel. Card's like not even that good right now, but I'll play it. Go. The thing is, we're going to take so much damage in the air. This card's really good. Oh, they didn't even attack with that. That's interesting. I think I'd chump block the Goblin Goon. Chartooth Cougar. 4/4 that can attack for like 1,000,000 damage. I think I do counter this. Now I just need to hit a land and I can Grisly Fate. Maybe I should not have looted away that land. Yeah, maybe I should not have looted away that land. Okay, let's do this. I want to put this trigger second. Oh, I can't? Uh-oh. Oh, man. Why did I loot away the land? So if I pay for this, then I cannot cast Grisly Fate. Can my opponent kill me next turn? That's the real question. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think they can, but they can kill me on the following turn. So I effectively... I discarded that land. I'm just going to go for it, right? This costs 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to cast it. We're just going to try and hit a land here. Yes, nice. Okay, now we got some interesting things. I can attack with Mana War? Do I want to? I mean, I just have a bunch of 2/2, so I might as well. Wild Mongrel can get bigger, but this does force in some damage. I don't know if I want to attack like this. Losing the Mongrel is bad. I think I attack like this. So here's my reasoning. I know they can trade, but they can trade on offense much more effectively. And I have no cards in hand and like very few ways to draw cards right now. So getting rid of a 2/2 makes it better for me. They can't do anything with Goblin Goon currently, and that lets me get in for more damage. Goblin creatures get bigger, okay. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they have to have more. It can't just be tied. So in order to do anything with Goblin Goon, they would need to like kill 2 of my creatures, which is hard for them to do. So what do we want to draw? Control Magic on Piana? That would be nice. Interesting. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it is lethal if I don't block. I can swing, so they're attacking. I moved to blockers. I can double block here. I guess I might as well just block it with everything. So let's say they kill 1, and then I lose 1. So I lose 2, but they lose a creature. So they still don't, right? Then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is a good block. I guess we'll find out. Oh, I could also go Aqua plus Bear, but this seems fine. So they have 1 blocker. Okay. So this blocks here. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I have lethal. I'm dead in the air anyway, so we're going for it. Nice. Okay. On to game 2. So their deck is kind of sweet. At the same time, I'm still not that worried. Because I can just like play big things. They had Swords to Plowshares. I mean, Battle Screech is the only scary card, but they can't have too many. I could put in a Kenai Aven specifically to deal with Battle Screech over Thelycos Drifters. I kind of like that. Because even if they pump up their 1/1s, it's a 2/3. Yeah, let's do that. This is probably our first mulligan. This hand is just not... We just don't have enough lands. Okay, mulliganing to 5. Let's go. There we go. Keep this hand. Get rid of... Man, this hand is good. That's the hard part. I need deep analysis to have a chance at winning. Maybe I get rid of Aqua. It does block so well though. And I kind of want all these lands, but I guess I'm on the draw, so I have to just hope to draw lands. So I can get rid of like Forest, Circular Logic, and just have only proactive plays. I kind of like that, because Circular Logic is fine, but it's really bad when you're on the draw down cards, because you don't want to be trading 1-for-1 and holding up mana. We want to have proactive plays. The only way we win is like Aquamoeba into Arrogant Worm, so I think I'd definitely get rid of Circular Logic and a Forest. We have to hope to draw a land, but, well, like 2 lands really. But I think having Aquamoeba is better, because even worst case scenario, we can like deep analysis, and it like blocks, it is a card that does things. Otherwise we would just have 3 lands and like not do anything. Okay, we just have to hit lands. Please deck. If we could draw a land next turn, that would be ideal. And that does force them to pay white every turn. Goblin Matron into Beetleback Chief. Yeah, that is kind of sweet. Land. Alright, we're gonna do this. Discard you. I need to hit land drops, so we might as well. It really hurts to take damage doing this, but oh no. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I guess well, no, I didn't even put the wrong card on the bottom, because I would have just had all of these cards with no Madness Enabler. This is just the downside of mulliganing, really. Yeah, and I can't stop that. They can flash it back. I mean, I just have to draw land this turn to have any chance. We are going to cast the Rootwalla. Land. There we go. Okay, now we have like a very, very small chance in this game. They're going to play Beetleback Chief. So the only way I can really beat these birds is racing or finding an answer. Playing an Arrogant Worm gives me a 4/4, but let's see, am I going to be blocking with the Rootwalla? No. So I guess I attack with it. If they triple block, I'm okay with that trade. And getting in 1 damage does matter. Okay, that makes sense. That was kind of bad. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but it did get rid of one of their creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. I take an extra damage this way, though. Goblin Goon. Then they're going to play Beetleback Chief the following turn. Okay. I can steal Goblin Goon, but that's pretty bad because I don't have more creatures than that. What do I do here? The old Mulligan to 5. Well, I think my only option here really is to Mana War a bird. And then die to a Beetleback Chief. Yep, they attack there. Guess I block with the Rootwalla because I'm like never gonna have mana to pump it, and having a 2/2 is just better. This is not going well. They play Beetleback Chief, and I think I just die. I don't know if there's much I can do. Stumbling for this many turns in a row. There it was, yeah. Not really much I can do. Alright, on to game 3. Hopefully we don't mulligan to 5. And I think I keep it the same. Maybe they have 2 Battle Screech, but I don't really have too much of a sideboard against that, except for I think just racing with Arrogant Worm is a good strategy. Alright, let's keep a 7-card hand. It's awkward, but it does have, like, this is probably a really bad hand to keep on the draw. On the play, it's pretty okay, I think, maybe. Because we have a late game. Oh gosh. Forest, go. Yeah, they didn't do anything. I don't think I need to cycle Kenai even. So the reason I was thinking of maybe cycling this is to turn on Circular Logic for turn 3. Holy cow. But I think I'm better off just having a 2/4 flyer, because the ways they have beaten our deck so far is just by putting Battle Screech into play. Yep, you get a Goblin. So they get to play Beetleback Chief next turn. Yep, okay. I can either counter it. I think just playing Kenai even is better. Cast this. And Aether Mutation is a good way to deal with the Goblin Goon. How many Goblin Matrons do they have? I really want to know. Yep. Ooh. Oh man. I think I play Aquamoeba here, because if I really need to, I can Circular Logic. And also, do I attack? No, because I have the late game. I can Circular Logic to save this card. I think is very important in the matchup. But also it sets me up so next turn I can go Fact or Fiction into Circular Logic. I actually don't mind that too much. Because I can still Aether Mutation the Goblin Goon. And their attacks are not good. Yeah, that seems fine. So now I'm going to cast a Factor Fiction. Main phase. That can turn on Circular Logic. Ooh. Oh, these are good. Oh, wow. That's a tough pile for the opponent. Okay, Arrogant Worm Mongrel versus Sorcerer Rootwalla. The land I don't care about. So I think I just want to take Arrogant Worm Mongrel. I already have a discard enabler. And both of these cards are great. Whereas this card's kind of medium. This card's fine, but again, I already have a discard enabler. Although the looting does kind of mean I will almost certainly win the late game. This is 3 cards plus a looter. This is very hard, actually. Mongrel is fine, so it's really like Arrogant Worm versus the World. I think I'm going to take this. This gives me more late game value, which is how we're trying to win this game. And then I want to play 1 Forest for Grisly Fate, but then probably stop playing Forests after that. And I suppose I could attack with the Kenai even, but that seems a little bit risky. We're going to wait 1 turn until I can really develop my board. So they Swords of Plowshares the thingy. Interesting choice. I think I counter that. Because that is my only current Madness enabler, and then I can't cast Circular Logic on like an important spell next turn anyway. Targeting that. I don't know, that could have been risky, but that's fine. I kind of want to save Rootwalla to discard to the Sorcerer if possible. Okay. We take some damage. What? Holy cow. Alright, I'm not beating that. Am I dead? Alright, that is a game, I guess. Did not know Rites of Initiation was in the format. I think I had that game locked up. Well, they had Sulfuric Vortex too. I think I had that game locked up if... I don't know what else I could have done though, because I didn't have Circular Logic up. So like, they kill my Aquamoeba? Because I cast Factor Fiction. Yeah, I don't think... I guess waiting to cast Factor Fiction, but I hadn't seen that card. I think I played that fine, given the information I had. I know people are going to comment like, Caleb, you could have played around that. Like, yes, if I saw their hand, I could have probably beaten them. But I didn't, so... See you guys next round. Alright, welcome to round 3 against... We're going to go first. We've been winning die rolls, so that's... Ooh, this is a good hand. I'm a little salty about last round, but... Rites of Initiation is definitely a card. Let's keep. And I could turn 1 Basking Rootwalla. I could do that. Then I don't really have a good thing to discard to Bouncer, but I have other things I can discard, and this does attack for a good bit of damage. You know what? We're going to do it. Because Waterfront Bouncer is going to be good later on anyway. Like, I don't think I'm going to be bouncing a play on turn 3. So getting in the damage now seems better. Oh man. Let's hit. No pumps, because we're going to play this guy. And if we could just draw 1 more land, I think this game's locked up. Particularly an island. But even if it's not, we have Factor Fiction. Sylvan Library. Okay, maybe not. Oh, okay. Let's go Forest. Attack with... I kind of want to attack with both. I could hold up the blue, but that doesn't seem worth it, really. I think just against an opponent with Sylvan Library, you really, really want to keep their, like... life total low, because the benefit of Sylvan Library is like in a stalemate you can just pay 4 life for a card and like fill your hand, so every damage counts here. And now even if we don't draw land, if this stays alive, we can Arrogant Worm. So this turn 1 Rootwalla play has really paid off because we've gotten in for 2 damage already. So we would have this turn played Rootwalla into Mongrel, so we basically just got in 2 free damage. The opponent is not paying life. What is that? That's kind of cool. So they're playing some weird control deck, okay. I cannot cast Arrogant Worm end of turn, but I will be doing it mid-combat. There's our Forest. I mean, I'm going to play it and then attack. I think at this point I kind of want to keep up Waterfront Bouncer, so I can hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, or I can hit for 5. But having Bouncer up end of turn, that seems better. That way they can't really like resolve a blocking creature. Discard a card, you. Madness. Cast you. Make you black. And now I have Bouncer discarding Drifters if they have a blocker. Otherwise they take 4, 5, 6, 79, 10. That's quite a bit. Sure. Yeah, I think I'm okay doing this. Because I have Factor Fiction specifically. Can't be regenerated. I make a white spirit. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Factor Fiction just like, do they die? 1, 2, 3, 7. I think I can kill them. Wait. So that's, I pump here, and then I discard Deep Analysis, flash it back, discard 2. So this gets +3. +4 is 6, 10, 13. Yeah, they're actually just dead. That's awesome. So we discard this. Make you blue. Cast Deep Analysis. Oh, wow. Pump you. Yeah, right? That's 10, and then we just discard 2 cards. I don't want them to know about Circular Logic. Wow, they didn't even make me show them my hand. Okay, well that was kind of awesome. Don't know much about their deck, so... yeah, this hand is great. We're gonna keep. I'm digging these Aqua Amoebas. They're like role players, you know? That being said, I think we are still just going to turn 1 Root Walla, because it still represents more damage. Like, you're not actually gaining anything if you discard a Root Walla to Aqua Amoeba, like just to cast it, except for casting it for 0 mana. So like we might as well do this, play Aqua Amoeba. There actually was some consideration to just pumping it, but I think it's not the best idea, because if we draw Arrogant Worm, it's so much better for us to have an Aqua Amoeba in play. Okay, well we have things to discard now. We're going to pump. I'm going to play an island and attack. Opponent's deck is very slow. So we're going to pump, discard an island here just to get in for more damage, because we have so many lands. And again, we're playing against an opponent playing Sylvan Library. Pressuring their life total is imperative. And like, now what do? They put a creature into play, and then we can play Thalico's Drifters and then bounce their blocker. Like, it's going to be hard. What is this? Oh, that's kind of sweet. Okay. Each upkeep? Holy cow. Well, that's pretty good. I can't attack, so... I can bounce it next turn, though. But then they get it back. Wow, that's actually pretty sick. Alright, Thalico's Drifters, you gotta do some stuff for us. Go ahead. They're gonna get a lot of 1/1s. But if they cannot kill this guy... That's flying, too? Oh, it doesn't have flying. Okay. So, Aether Mutation just stops this for like 1 turn? That's a problem. I'm not going to be attacking with the Root Walla, so I'm going to save it to discard to the Drifters here. Oh wow, that was a great draw. So discard you gain Shadow. Cast you, of course. Hit for some damage. And this is why we held it up, right? They have Afterlife, but I can just cast a Circular Logic here. I guess I discard it. I have 1 card in graveyard, they have no mana up. And I'm going to, I guess, play this land because I don't have any good cards to discard, really. Yeah. Because I need 5 to Aether Mutation. And I'm going to kill my opponent with these Drifters. And this lets me double pump my Root Wallas. Yeah, and Aether Mutation really doesn't buy me much time. Maybe I just don't even cast it. We really want to draw like a Deep Analysis. Man, and it had to be Brilliant Halo too. Regrowth, okay, that'll do it. Now I can attack for 1 in the air. So they probably do it in my upkeep. They let me draw a card? I guess they're gonna wait for me to like discard for the Thalico's Drifters. I gotta make sure, so when this is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, it goes to its owner's hand. So like, even if I bounce this, this goes to their hand, this goes to their hand, so nothing happens. So I just don't do anything here. That seems pretty bad. Go ahead. Yeah, I can't really do anything. But they're just giving me time to draw a Counterspell. I suppose I'm giving them time to just kill me with the Dream Pod Druid, though. Whoa, that seems aggressive. Well, now we're bouncing that. That's for sure. That was a weird attack. So I can actually trade off both of my... Wait, maybe this can work. That was a really bad attack, right? I double block with Root Wallace, double pump block with Aqua, they can only kill 2 of them. Sure. And then they use Afterlife on one of these, and then I get to keep Thalicos Drifters, which kills them. And I get a 1/1 flyer. This seems like not a good attack. Unless they have a pump spell, but even then... What on earth? Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but I'm not complaining about it. They just threw away their win condition. I don't know what's happening, but you got it. So I'm gonna force them to use this right now. They played that so poorly, I think. If they just sit behind their guy, kill my Thalicos Drifters, I don't know how they can lose. But now they like locked themselves into like these weird plays here. And they have to kill this, otherwise they go to like 3. So unless they have like Mountain plus Rites of Initiation. Yeah. The real question is, do I play an island? I don't think so. I have enough mana to cast mostly everything, so just keeping this for like Frantic Search seems better. I know I'm not bluffing an Arrogant Worm this way, but oh well. And then if they play a big creature, I Aether Mutation it, and then the game's over. Like, I could Aether Mutation this elephant, but it's like a 5 mana kill spell, and the elephant's not doing that much. Well, now I will. I think I'm just gonna take it, and my life total is not that low. Oh, that's actually really funny. So they have to give... I guess they just give my Spirit Forest Walk, but that's really funny. Oh, wow. I can Aether Mutation the Urnimjin. That's like some good value. I could just like chump block the elephant then. What does this attack look like? They cannot kill both my Aquamoeba and my Arrogant Worm. They're at 6 life. So if they don't want to die, they have to quadruple block the worm. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they take 2 and fall to 4 life. They have 1, 2, 3 blockers. And then I can set up a Waterfront Bouncer. That seems not that bad. I like getting aggressive against the Sylvan Library opponent. So they have to quadruple block. They double block the Aquamoeba. That's, I guess, better than not doing that. Okay. I don't hate this position. They do get a shuffle, which is good for them. They attack for 4. That seems weird. I'm just going to take it. 1, 2. I guess they go to 1. Okay. You go to 1 life. So I could put them to 1, or I can put them to 2. Right? They have 2 blockers. They block this and this. And then they take 4. Only to 1. If I do that, they lose their Saproling. They have 10 power in play. And I have a Waterfront Bouncer. So I lose to like a +3/+3 and Trample Pump Spell or something. But this is still probably my best bet, I think. Although Waterfront Bouncer is really good against their board. So I could do this and then have 2 blockers back. They can kill 2 of them. They're gonna have a lot of blockers. I think I just put them to 1. Yep. I guess I go Fact or Fiction first, right? I should have done that sooner. I don't know what I can draw here, but I should have done that before. Let me think about what I can draw. I guess a Wild Mongrel would be better, because it just blocks better. Alright, I'll Fact or Fiction here. Oh, I tapped wrong. Counterspell would have been the key. I think I take the spells. I mean, yeah. So I have a chump blocker. So they need this thing that gives like +3/+3 and trample. I think is like their only out. What is this? Okay. Wait. That doesn't do it. Okay. Alright, we're fine. That scared me. Hey, we did it! We were very close to a 3-0. That deck was super busted. I mean, we like the matches we played that were like reasonable, we just completely destroyed our opponent. We got Minds by Rites of Initiation, which their deck seemed very good too. So it's not like we just got like, you know, it's not like their deck was bad, but so close to the 3-0. This deck is one of the more fun decks I've built. I love playing Madness in Limited because like there are a few better feelings than like casting a Arrogant Worm at instant speed using a waterfront bouncer. Like, that's super dirty. Thank you guys so much for watching again. Vintage Cube is coming up on Wednesday, and also I will be dropping some merch. I'll be selling playmats on Wednesday, so look for that. See you guys soon.